Summer has arrived, sunshine fills the days, trees burst with color, and life seems to awaken. Yet for many women over 50, this joy is mixed with a quiet confusion. What should I wear to feel cool, beautiful, and confident in a body that's changing every day? That feeling is all too familiar. You open your wardrobe and see all your once favorite clothes, but now everything seems too tight, too stiff, or no longer fits. You try on a dress, it clings to your stomach. You switch to another, it reveals the chest area you've wanted to hide. Then you sigh, not because you lack clothes, but because you no longer see yourself in them. The changes that come after 50 fuller waistlines, sudden hot flashes, sensitive skin turn dressing into a stressful task rather than a pleasant ritual. You don't have to fight with yourself every morning. You deserve to step out feeling light, elegant, and confident. And this video is made just for you. We won't talk about trends. We won't chase fashion. Instead, we'll return to simple yet powerful principles that help you dress in a way that makes others see you as more beautiful, balanced, and naturally radiant. Watch until the end of the video, because you'll discover a visual secret that will make choosing outfits easier in every season, not just summer. And before we dive into specific choices about dresses or accessories, let's first explore the principle of visual perception, the very first thing that will change how you look at clothes and yourself. Have you ever wondered why some outfits make you look more graceful and confident, while others, despite looking beautiful on the hanger, make your figure seem heavy and unbalanced? The answer lies in how the human eye processes images, specifically how the gaze moves along the lines created by clothing. In visual perception, there are three basic types of lines that strongly affect how body shape is perceived: vertical lines, horizontal lines, and diagonal lines. 1. Vertical lines create length and elegance. Vertical lines are an ideal companion for anyone wanting to appear taller, slimmer, and lighter. Details such as buttons running down a dress, thin vertical stripes, or seams running from the neckline to the hem guide the eye along the body's length. When the eye moves from top to bottom, the body is naturally stretched, helping the figure appear balanced and harmonious. This is why long, straight dresses, vertically striped tops, or long coats are always smart choices for women over 50. 2. Horizontal lines create width but can make the body look bigger. Unlike vertical lines, horizontal lines cause the eye to pause and move left to right. This can unintentionally make the body appear wider where the line cuts across. Details like horizontal waistlines, elbow-length sleeves cutting across the arms, or tiered skirts layered horizontally are areas to be cautious about, especially around the abdomen or hips areas many women over 50 prefer to hide. However, if used strategically, for example, a horizontal line at the shoulders to broaden the shoulder line and balance the hips, horizontal lines can still be beneficial. 3. Diagonal lines create soft movement and flexible shapes. Of the three, diagonal lines are the most dynamic and alluring. When the eye follows a diagonal, such as a slanting neckline, wrap dress, or asymmetrical belt, the gaze doesn't rest on a fixed area but glides along the slant. This not only creates a graceful feeling in movement, but also softens and subtly sculpts the figure. Diagonal lines break the rigidity of straight lines, making the gaze more flexible, slender, and feminine. For example, a V-neck wrap dress with a diagonal front that gently hugs the waist instantly creates a slimming effect around the belly, emphasizes the upper body, and minimizes the lower body. Similarly, a top with a slanting seam or slight diagonal pleats will conceal flaws while adding softness to the figure, especially for women over 50 whose bodies change over time. Diagonal details become increasingly important to preserve a gentle, flowing look without restriction. And the wonderful thing is you don't need a perfect body shape to dress well. You only need to understand where the eye is guided, and your figure will naturally appear harmonious. So start observing the small details on your clothing, because they are what lead the gaze and shape how others perceive you. Now that you understand this principle, let's apply it in practice with 3 of the most popular dress styles to see which truly flatters mature women and which need adjustment to avoid backfiring. Comparing three popular dress styles with different visual effects. 1. Vertical button, down dress, high empire waist. In the journey to find a truly flattering dress that makes women over 50 feel confident and comfortable, no combination surpasses the elegance and effectiveness of a vertical button-down dress paired with a high empire waist. This is not just a fashion choice, but a highly intelligent visual solution, especially ideal for those with an apple-shaped figure. Characterized by a fuller abdomen but slender legs, soft shoulders, and often struggling to find dresses that don't reveal the areas they wish to hide. Vertical buttons guiding the eye along the body length. The detail of a row of buttons running vertically from the neckline to the hem is a powerful visual gift. It doesn't need to be a bold stripe or a sharply defined crease. Just the repeated small buttons, evenly spaced, are enough to lead the eye from top to bottom. This prevents the gaze from getting stuck around the belly or hips areas many mature women want to avoid. When the eye is led down the length of the dress, the whole figure appears longer, slimmer, and more harmonious. The vertical button row not only adds depth to the outfit, but also creates a gentle, soft movement, especially when paired with flowing fabrics like linen, rayon, or thin cotton. This enhances femininity and comfort, especially on hot summer days. High empire waist skillfully reshaping the figure. The high waistline, placed just below the bust, higher than the natural waist, is one of the rescue designs for those with a prominent abdomen. Instead of cinching the natural waist where many women over 50 tend to accumulate fat, the high waistline draws attention upward, creating the illusion of longer legs and a softer, less emphasized lower belly. This visual trick makes the body appear elongated, graceful, and natural without forcing oneself into uncomfortable tight designs. For women with fuller busts, the empire waist also elegantly highlights the chest without being ostentatious. It's a subtle, refined way to celebrate gentle curves. Lightweight, flowing fabric in loose fit, flattering the body instead of constricting it. A dress can be perfectly cut, but if the fabric doesn't listen to the body, its effect will diminish significantly. That's why empire waist dresses with vertical buttons work best with lightweight, soft fabrics that drape nicely, such as viscose, rayon, or silk-blended cotton. These materials don't cling tightly or feel stiff. They allow the dress to fall naturally and skim over areas with gentle curves like the belly or hips without highlighting them. With movement, the skirt flares slightly, creating a feeling of flexibility and openness, something any woman aged 50-70 would appreciate. The harmony of visual effect, emotion, and body freedom. A vertical button-down dress with a high empire waist isn't just a beautiful style, it's a gentle whisper to mature women. You don't need to change your body to look good. You just need to choose the right fashion language, and your body will shine naturally. When you wear such a dress, you're no longer hiding anything, you're guiding the gaze, creating movement, and expressing elegance intentionally and confidently. And the best part is, you don't have to sacrifice comfort to achieve a sophisticated look. You can step out on the street, attend a family gathering, or enjoy coffee with friends, smiling lightly, with the hem of your dress swaying gently in the breeze, and know that you're wearing something beautiful, smart, and true to yourself. 2. Smocked bodice dress. Horizontal tiered skirt. For many women over 50, a smocked bodice dress, where the upper part is shirred with elastic and a horizontally tiered skirt, might seem like the perfect summer choice, soft, feminine, easy to wear, and body concealing. But in reality, this style often causes the most visual misunderstandings, especially for those with an apple-shaped figure fuller around the abdomen, chest, and upper body, but with slender legs and a gentle lower half. Smocked bodice seemingly fitting, but actually exaggerating. The smocked bodice, a stretchy, gathered upper section, is popular for its flexibility and comfort. However, this design creates a very strong visual effect. It cuts the upper body into a prominent horizontal block. Instead of the eye gliding smoothly from shoulder to waist, the tight band around the bust stops the vertical gaze and focuses attention on the fullest areas, upper belly or chest. For mature women, these are often the areas they want to soften or conceal, not highlight. Moreover, the elastic effect can make the upper body appear stretched tight, creating a feeling of constriction and emphasizing folds or loose skin, especially when light shines from the side or above. Horizontal tiers, breaking the length and interrupting the visual flow. If the smocked bodice is the first horizontal interruption, the tiers below further segment the body into smaller sections. Each seam creates a strong horizontal line, causing the eye to move left to right, pause, then start again at the next tier. For a fuller figure, each pause at a horizontal break signals volume, creating a sense that the body is shorter, wider, and heavier, even if your weight hasn't changed. Instead of allowing the eye to move smoothly vertically, giving a slender, elongated impression, this dress repeatedly traps the gaze within segmented blocks. When can this style still work? It's undeniable that in some cases, a smocked bodice with horizontal tiers can create a cute and balanced effect. For example, if you are tall, have a slim lower belly, and the smocking is concentrated more on the chest than the waist, the dividing effect is lighter. If the dress length passes the knees and you have slim legs, the tiers may gently flatter your figure. However, these are exceptions. For most women over 50, this style demands many conditions to truly bring out its beauty. Smarter alternatives, still soft, feminine, but more flattering. If you love the femininity and lightness of a tiered skirt, you don't need to give it up completely. Instead of distinct horizontal tiers, look for a gently flared A-line dress with flowing fabric and vertical decorative details like vertical pleats, elongated prints, or thin overlapping layers. These create soft movement without interrupting the visual flow. Also, instead of a smocked bodice, consider a lightly knitted or gently stretchy top, or an empire waist that cinches under the bust. This highlights the shoulders, draws attention to the neckline, and directs the gaze upward instead of centering it. Conclusion: the smocked bodice with horizontal tiers isn't an enemy of every body shape, but for mature women with a fuller waist, it can easily backfire. Understanding how the eye moves and that interrupted vision leads to a sense of width and shortness helps you choose dresses that guide the gaze smoothly. This way, your body isn't hidden nor overly emphasized, it's gently, gracefully, and intelligently celebrated. 3. Wrap dress with diagonal overlap, the intersection of elegance, comfort, and mature charm. In the fashion world for women over 50, there is a timeless design that not only flatters the figure, but also offers natural grace, the wrap dress. This style doesn't chase fleeting trends, but is based on the fundamental principle of visual perception, diagonal lines. The gentle diagonal overlap that hugs the body not only creates a slimming effect, but also guides the eye softly and femininely. For mature women whose waistline may no longer be their strongest feature, the wrap dress becomes an exceptionally smart choice. First, the diagonal structure naturally cuts across the abdomen and hips, breaking up the horizontal lines that tend to create a broad impression in that area. Instead of emphasizing the natural waist, the wrap dress tricks the eye by creating a tie point just under the bust or slightly off to the hip, usually the narrowest part of the body, making the entire upper torso appear longer and slimmer. Moreover, the diagonal overlap creates soft curves without being overt. It allows the fabric to fall naturally, hugging the most flattering parts of the body while subtly avoiding areas you may wish to downplay. The fabric choice for wrap dresses is also very versatile, from cool linens for hot summer days to gentle satins for evening events. Each can beautifully accentuate the diagonal cut with sophistication and elegance. Another strong advantage is its adjustable fit. With tie straps or belts, women can control how snugly the dress fits, something few other designs can offer. Therefore, the wrap dress not only flatters the figure, but respects the changing body of a woman over 50, where every day may bring a slightly different shape, and comfort is paramount. However, it is important to choose the right wrap style that suits your body proportions. For women with a fuller upper body, opt for a V neck that's not too deep to maintain elegance. If you have narrow shoulders, A design with slightly puffed sleeves or ruffled collars can balance the upper silhouette. And if you are petite, a wrap dress with knee-length hem is best to avoid swallowing your frame. When you look in the mirror and see yourself in a beautiful wrap dress, the feeling is often not just, I look good, but I feel like myself. This is when fashion transcends fabric and becomes a gentle declaration of confidence, grace, and the joy of life beyond 50. Smart layering, how to add layers while staying light and cool. In summer, many women over 50 often worry that adding layers will make their bodies feel hot, stuffy, or weighed down. However, when chosen and styled intelligently, layering not only maintains breathability but becomes an art of shaping that helps slim the figure, enhances style sophistication, and boosts confidence many times over. Layering is not simply about putting on another layer. It's how you direct the eye, create body framing, and soften areas you want to downplay, such as the abdomen, hips, or upper arms. For example, a sleeveless light jacket, long vest, a thin kimono, or a cropped cardigan made of silk blend can create soft vertical lines that elongate the body, while cleverly covering without hiding your shape. The key here is the fabric. Choose materials that drape lightly, breathe well, and move easily, such as lightweight linen, chiffon, soft rayon, cotton silk, or light viscose. These fabrics not only provide comfort for sensitive skin, but also allow the layers to flow gently with every step, creating a visually graceful and feminine effect. Don't forget the color factor. Layers should be in neutral tones, pastels, or matching hues with your main outfit to avoid feeling bulky or segmenting the body. Harmonious colors maintain an airy feeling and soften any unwanted highlights on the abdomen or shoulders. A small but effective tip: if you wear a simple fitted or A-line dress, just adding a hip-length outer layer, no buttons needed, can immediately draw the eye vertically and create a slimming effect. If you want to avoid emphasizing the waist, gently tie a soft ribbon below the bust, empire style. Instead of cinching at the waist, this adds height to the upper body and depth to the outfit. Lastly, remember that layering doesn't have to be complicated. A long chiffon scarf, a thin shawl, or even a light lace layer can act as a soft curtain to enhance your silhouette without making you feel hot or overly covered. When layering is done deliberately and elegantly, it's no longer adding a layer, it's adding depth. This sets the perfect stage for the final part of summer styling, where every small detail like necklaces, earrings, or bags guides the eye and elevates the whole look. Elegant accessories guiding the eye and completing the look. After understanding how the eye influences the perception of your figure, after choosing the right dress and skillfully layering your outfit to flatter your shape, it's time to talk about the final detail, but no less important: accessories. Accessories are not just the finishing touch of an outfit. For women over 50, they are the art of guiding the gaze. Small details that can completely transform the overall impression, from elongating the figure, balancing body proportions, to expressing the wearer's charisma and grace. When used properly, accessories not only complete the look, but also elevate inner confidence. 1. Necklaces, subtly drawing the eye downward. A necklace is one of the most visually impactful accessories. For mature women, a long, delicate necklace with a pendant is ideal. It not only highlights the upper body, but also creates a vertical line effect that lengthens the neck and torso, making the face appear more slender and the figure taller. A necklace that gently swings with your movement can be the first thing others notice when you enter a room, and it makes you feel lighter, more feminine, and graceful. Avoid short, tight chokers or wide necklaces as they cut across the neck, shortening the visual length and causing the gaze to stop abruptly. 2. Earrings. Drawing attention upward to the face. If necklaces draw the eye downward, earrings lift the gaze upward toward the face, where your smile, eyes, and mature charisma reside. Choose drop earrings, long earrings, or thin hoops that create soft movement whenever you turn your head or laugh. This motion brightens the whole face. Long earrings also elongate the neck, especially helpful if you have a round face, short neck, or broad shoulders. Avoid large, heavy round earrings that make the face look bulky and less refined. 3. Belts. Shaping without squeezing. Many women hesitate to wear belts fearing they'll highlight the abdomen, but the position and material are key. For apple-shaped or fuller midsections, place the belt below the bust empire waist instead of the natural waistline. This higher placement creates a focal point that visually elongates the torso and slims the legs while avoiding drawing attention to the belly. Choose soft fabrics like suede or belts matching your outfit's color. Avoid wide, contrasting, or rigid belts. A soft ribbon or a small bow, tied slightly off-center, can soften your silhouette beautifully. 4. Handbags. Balancing proportions and style. Handbags are another important visual guide. If you have a small frame or a fuller belly, avoid oversized bags or crossbody bags across the chest, as they can highlight flaws and create unwanted horizontal lines. Instead, use soft structured shoulder bags that hang at the hip to balance proportions. For elegant outfits, choose small clutches or light handbags. For casual looks, opt for moderately sized bags in neutral colors with smooth lines and minimal heavy detailing. Bags should align with the body's vertical line without creating new horizontal breaks. 5. Scarves. Adding movement and subtlety. A long scarf draped softly down the sides acts like a soft jacket, creating parallel vertical lines and adding femininity and lightness. Choose scarves made of chiffon, silk, thin cotton, or light shimmer tones. You can use scarves to create visual length for short dresses, lightly cover shoulders or arms without overheating, draw attention to the chest, neck, or asymmetrically on one shoulder, encouraging diagonal eye movement and avoiding horizontal gaze on the belly. 6. Shoes. Connecting the gaze from feet upward. Shoes are the final point of the gaze, but key to elongating the legs and maintaining outfit continuity. Prioritize pointed or almond toe shoes to lengthen the legs. Slingbacks or thin-strapped sandals in skin tone colors. Lightweight wedge heels or sturdy low heels instead of stiletto heels or chunky soles. Avoid ankle boots with high collars or straps as they visually cut the leg short. 7. Sunglasses, hats, and small accessories. Elevating style. Accessories like medium-frame sunglasses, wide-brimmed hats, delicate rings, or light brooches don't just complete your look, but smartly guide the gaze. Soft-framed sunglasses highlight the eyes and cheekbones, creating a sophisticated, modern feel. Wide-brimmed hats balance proportions for pear-shaped bodies or those with smaller upper bodies. Brooches or pins on the left chest attract attention upward and express refined personality. When chosen carefully, accessories help you direct others' eyes exactly where you want to avoid flaws. Emphasize strengths and showcase charisma. It's not just about dressing well, but about taking control, telling a beautiful story about yourself through small details. At 50, 60, or 70, you don't need to chase trends. You just need to choose the right accessories, in the right place, with the right materials so the eyes say for you. This woman knows who she is, and she is truly beautiful. Remember, you don't need many, you just need elegance. Dear friend, if you've stayed with me until the very end of this video, it shows you are truly taking time for yourself, not just to dress better, but to understand and appreciate your body, your age, and your beauty more than ever before. We are no longer in our 20s, but we are at a different stage where elegance is not measured by waist size or long legs, but by confidence, freedom, and self-understanding. When you know how to choose dresses that flatter your figure, when you grasp the visual principles to guide the eye with subtlety, when you layer gently and pick accessories as finishing touches for your aura, you are no longer chasing fashion trends. You are shaping your own style. True beauty doesn't come from perfection. It comes from harmony, from how you stand before the mirror each morning and smile, knowing that today you will step out looking polished, comfortable, and proud. If you found today's sharing helpful, if you feel inspired to love yourself more, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell, because I will return with more topics on fashion, aging, and a loving lifestyle tailored just for women over 50. Thank you for being here. Keep dressing beautifully, living authentically, and always be proud of the wonderful journey you're on. See you in the next video.